Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Juan Corte, and in this video for the first time I'm going to be doing a tutorial. First I'm going to show you the materials that I use to make my portraits. Okay, this is my set of colored pencil by Karen Dash, and I bought it because Heather Rooney, another YouTuber that make portraits, used them and recommended all the time, and they are amazing. This is the sharpener that I bought on the Karen Dash store, and it's perfect for the colors. I usually use the Faber-Castell Trio pencil sharpener and this one. Okay, this is the pencil that I use to make the sketch or the outlines at the beginning. It's called Natura by Karen Dash. Okay, for the paper I use this Strathmore colored pencil paper, and I love it because the color adheres perfectly. I use the Prismacolor Premier colored pencil and the Prismacolor markers and the cupping markers, but the cupping marker doesn't work well on it. Okay, now I'm going to show you the erasers that I use. The first one is this Faber-Castell eraser called Perfection. It's really cool because it has this little broom so you can clean the paper with it. I also use this kneaded eraser by Prismacolor because it doesn't damage the paper, and I use this retractable eraser for bigger details. Another thing that you guys has been asking me about is what do I use to make the white details. So I use this Uniball Signal pen and this Sharpie pen, but it's not my favorite, so I don't recommend it too much. Okay, sometimes I use the cupping markers to fill the background of my drawings because it's more easy with them. Another thing that I use all the time is this Cretacolor Narrow Extra Soft. I use it as a replacement for the black color and sometimes to make some sketches. Okay, let's get started. A lot of you has been asking me, how do you make the outlines at the beginning? And the thing is that I see on my head like geometric figures. They help me to create the perfect sketch, because when you are watching the original picture, you have to imagine that there are the geometric figures. It's not easy at the beginning, but with a lot of practice, you can learn with the time. They will help you to make a more proportional sketch. I made a tutorial in Spanish with Ariana Grande, and you can go to my other video and see it. Because in that video I explained that when you're drawing a front face, the proportions are like equal. So go and turn on the subtitles on that, and you can learn a different technique when you're drawing a front face. I'm going to put the link on the description box. Okay guys, so let's talk about the colors. When you select the colors for the skin, you have to be very observant because the skin has colors like green and purple, so to have a really nice aspect, the skin have to be really well done. What I do when I'm coloring a drawing, it's small circles at the beginning but really soft, and use all the colors that I see on that area in a very soft way. And after that, with the blender, I blend all the colors, and after using the blender, I use the base color to blend all the colors. The blender is a special pencil that comes with the set and is like colorless. It helps you to mix all the colors and to have that smooth texture that you're looking for. One of the things that I like a lot about the Karen Dash colors is that they are not saturated, because when I'm using the Prismacolor Premier colored pencil, sometimes when you use too much of one color in one area, they tend to produce some lumps and the result is not what you want. So that's why now I highly recommend to buy the Karen Dash color, because they are so much better than the Prismacolor Premier. I know that they are expensive, but they worth it. And if you want to have an exceptional result with your work, you should totally buy it. To do the white details on the eyes, I use the Uniball Signal pen. It's my favorite because it doesn't spill on the paper, and you can remove it anytime you want it just by scratching the surface. Now, the secret when you're drawing the lips, it's that you have to make like a lot of little curved lines, because that's what make the volume in that part. Okay, what I mean is that when you're drawing the lips inside, you have to make like a lot of curved lines, and with that you will have the volume on that space. Guys, this is my first tutorial in English. My first language is Spanish, so it's a little bit difficult to me to explain to you all the things that I do, but I've never studied art, so I'm just trying to say to you the things that I have learned practicing all this year making my own drawings. One of the things that I always recommend is to learn a lot about anatomy, because when you know what you are drawing, you can do it very well. For example, if you're drawing the eye, you have to learn how the eye is composed. You have to know about the lacrimal, the pupil, the iris, the eyelid, and how all those parts form an eye. And drawing a human face is not easy at all. You have to practice a lot of time to make it very well. So what I recommend is to make easy cartoons. For example, I recommend to draw Pokemons because they are composed by geometric figures, and you can learn really easy how to make the proportions very well. I read some comments and they said that it would be awesome to make a tutorial for every part of the face. So a tutorial for the eyes, a tutorial for the nose, a tutorial for the lips. So I'm gonna try to do it so you can learn more easy in that way. But this is my first time doing this, and I'm going to see how you guys respond to this, and I hope you like it. One of the things that will help me a lot with these tutorial videos will be if you guys put on the comments for this video all those questions that you have about drawings, so I can answer all those questions on my next video. Okay, let's review. For the sketch, I use a HB Natura pencil by Caran d'Ache, and I use imaginary geometric figures to form the figure of the face of Selena. And after that, I start using the colors with little circles and blending the color between them with the blender. And after blend all the colors, I use a base color for the skin to blend all that again. You have to remember that when you're making something, coloring something, the color that you think that you have in your mind is not the only color that you are going to use. You can use a lot of different colors on one space, because doing that will give you that texture, real texture that you're looking for, to have that realistic skin tone. So you have to develop the skill with the time, but I know that you will do it if you practice every day. Another thing that a lot of you ask me all the time is how I made the hair or the eyelashes, and the answer is that when you're drawing hair or eyelashes, you have to do it like really natural, because if you do the lines very stiff, they will look bad. So you have to practice a lot to make the hair look very natural. The thing with the hair is that you have to make it following the way that the hair grows. So you have to follow that path and go with it, so it will have that natural aspect that you're looking for. What I do is to push a little bit harder in the place where it grows and let it go to the end. I do the eyelashes and the eyebrows and the hair, pushing the pencil like that. In this case, Selena has a straight hair on the top and a more free spirit hair on the bottom. So both parts has their own difficulties, but you can work with them in a very different way, because in the top part the hair is really straight, but even in that part I make like free hairs to make it look more natural, and in the bottom part the hairs goes wherever it wanna goes. And to make that look, you have to concentrate too. You can't start making lines to everywhere. You have to think about that free crazy aspect too. For Selena's hair, I use the Prismacolor Nero Extra Soft charcoal, and I use the Caran d'Ache black color, and I use gray, and I use white. To have that smooth look, I use the blender, And to make the white details on the jewelry, I used the Uniball Signo. I hope you guys really enjoyed this type of videos, and here's my drawing on Selena, yay! If you want more videos like this, just put it on the comment box, and like I said before, put on the comments the questions that you have about drawings and about whatever you want to ask. I'm gonna try to make tutorials for every part of the face like I said before. Thank you guys for watching, you are awesome, and please turn on the notifications so you can see my next video on your cell phone or your tablet. And it would be awesome if you click like on the video, and see you next time, bye!